Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I hope all of you are good and doing well at home. So, students, what we are going to start today? We are going to start from geometry. This is your overall lecture number 35. Basically, this is your geometry sections lecture. Okay, this is your geometry sections lecture, and we are going to start from geometry. Understand? And what we are going to start today, as you know, we have already completed our chapter number 11, that was fundamental concepts of geometry. And today we are going to start from a new chapter. Today we are going to start from a new chapter, that is chapter number 12, triangles and quadrilaterals. Okay, this is our new chapter that we are going to start today, that is chapter number 12, triangles and quadrilaterals. But before starting the lecture, I want to share one thing with all of you, is that number one, from Monday your monthly tests are going to be started. Okay, and what you have to do for that, you have to prepare exercise number 3.6 and exercise number 9.5, 9.6, 9.7, and as well as exercise number 11.5, along with page number 157 and 156. Okay, now what about exercise number 11.5? I have already explained each and everything from exercise number 11.5. So what you have to do, you have to prepare each and every question from 11.5, especially the question number 1, that is fill in the blanks. And fill in the blanks is the topic that I have explained with the help of so many definitions in my lecture. So you have to attempt fill in the blanks by yourself. Then question number 2, question number 3, 4, and whatever. So you have to attempt all the exercises. Okay, clear? Now let's start the lecture. So in chapter number 12, triangles and quadrilaterals, what you are going to learn today. Number 1, you will learn about triangles, means what are triangles, okay? Then you will learn about the classification of triangle, okay? How you will classify the triangle with respect to given sides and angles. And the last topic is quadrilaterals. I know triangles is not a new topic for you, but this quadrilateral is a new topic for all of you, okay? So let's quickly go through the topic. First, we are going to start from triangle. So what is triangle? Just like this. What is this? This is a triangle. Okay, as you know, you can identify triangle with the given figure, but how will you define triangle in terms of geometry? So basically, a figure, any figure that is bounded by 3 straight lines. How many lines should be here? 3. So this is your line number 1, this is your line number 2, and this is your line number 3. So any figure, that is bounded by, thank you Sohima, any figure that is bounded means it must be joined with each other. Okay, they are joining. So any figure that is bounded by 3 straight lines is called a triangle. कोई भी figure होगी इसमें 3 straight lines होंगी, that will be triangle. Okay, if we are going to explain it further, so how will you explain it? First of all, a triangle, okay, any triangle ABC. Which is your triangle ABC? This triangle A, B, and C. So triangle ABC is written as triangle. Now this is the symbol of triangle, okay, a small triangle. Okay, so if you are going to represent any triangle, so how will you denote it? Simply you will write the small symbol of triangle and then write down its given points, that is ABC. It could be PQR, it could be XYZ, but the symbol of triangle is this one, means you will write triangle X, Y, and Z. Okay, triangle XYZ and triangle PQR. So this triangle symbol is the symbol of triangle. Okay, then our triangle has 6 elements. How many elements are there? 6 elements. And what are those 6 elements? Number 1, 3 angles. How many angles are there in a triangle? 3 angles. Now this is your angle number 1, this is your angle number 2, and this is your angle number 3, as well as 3 sides. How many sides are here? This is your side number 1, this is your side number 2, and this is your side number 2. So in total, any triangle has 6 elements, 3 angles and 3 sides. Okay, then the sum of measure of the 3 angles of a triangle is always equals to 180 degree. Okay, sum of measure means when you are going to add the measurement of the angles of the given triangle. Means just suppose you are going to add the given measurements of the angles, so it must be equals to 180 degree. Okay, just suppose if you are going to add 60 into 60, it will become 120, then 120 plus 60, it will become 180. So the measure of three angles of a triangle is always equals to 180. Please keep it in your mind that it is always equals to 180. So, what is a triangle? Any figure that is bounded by three straight lines. How many lines are there? Three. Just suppose this is line number one, this is line number two, and this is line number three. And what is the condition here? They should be bounded, means they should be joined with each other. Just suppose this is line one, this is line two, this is line three, but these lines are not bounded with each other. So, we will not say that this is a triangle. For triangle, three straight lines should be bounded with each other. Okay. Now move on to the next one. Classification of triangle means how will you classify the triangle? So we will classify triangle with respect to number one, angles. Okay, first we will classify the triangle with respect to angles. So according to angles, there are three types of triangle. Number one is acute triangle. Number two is right triangle, and number three is obtuse triangle, and this is according to angles. Okay, we will classify triangles according to angles as well as according to the sides. Okay, according to angles they have three types: acute, right, and obtuse triangle. And according to sides, again they have three types. Number one is scalene triangle, number two is isosceles triangle, and the last one is equilateral triangle. So these are the types of triangle with respect to sides, means scalene triangle, isosceles triangle, and the last one is equilateral triangle. Okay, so we will classify triangle according to first angles and then according to sides. Now in the next slide, I'm going to show you how will you describe or how will you define acute, right, or obtuse triangle. Okay, first we are going to check the definitions of triangle according to angles. Okay, according to angles is our first topic. So according to angles, the first side of triangle is acute triangle. Now what are acute triangle? A triangle whose all the angles are acute, means if you have any triangle whose all the angles are acute is called an acute triangle. Now what are acute triangle? Any angle which is less than 90 degree. Okay, an angle which is less than 90 degree, that will be the acute angle. And any triangle which contains all the acute angles, that will be the acute triangle. Just suppose, as you can see here in this figure, this is an acute triangle. Why this is an acute triangle? The measurement of angle A is 75 degree, that is less than 90 degree. The measurement of angle B is 43 degree, that is less than 90 degree, and the measurement of angle C is 62 degree, and it is again less than 90 degree. So any triangle whose all the angles, okay, not one or two, all the angles are acute, so you will say that this is a acute triangle. Okay, now the next one is the right triangle. What is right triangle? Okay, now what is right triangle? Right triangle means a triangle whose one angle, okay, one angle, we are talking about only one angle. A triangle whose one angle is right angle, means one angle should be right angle, not all the angles. So that will be the right angle triangle. Just suppose, as you can see in this picture, what you have here, again here you have a triangle because there are three straight lines that are bounded with each other. And as you can see that there is one angle of 90 degree. Okay, that is the right angle. The angle of 90 degree is called as a right angle. So this is a triangle with which contains one angle of 90 degrees, so we will say that it is a right triangle. Okay, now the side opposite to the right angle, now this is your right angle, that is 90 degree, and the side opposite to 90 degree is this one. Okay, we are talking about this side. Okay, this is the side that is opposite to 90 degree. So the side opposite to the right angle is called as hypotenuse. Okay, so ये क्या कहलाएगा आपके पास? Hypotenuse. Okay, Last one is obtuse triangle. And what is obtuse triangle? A triangle whose one angle, okay, again we are talking about only one angle, not all the angles. In acute triangle we are talking about all the angles should be less than 90 degree. But in obtuse triangle, any one angle should be an obtuse angle, means more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. So that will be called as an obtuse triangle. Just suppose, as you can see in this one, what you have here, triangle ABC. Okay, three straight lines are bounded with each other, so we will say that this is a triangle. As you can see here, the measurement of angle B is 110. Okay, and the angle of 110 is called obtuse angle. Okay, angle of 110 is called obtuse angle. As you can see, the measurement of angle A is 30 degree, that is acute, and the measurement of angle C is again 40 degree, that is acute. But we will not say that this is an acute angle triangle, because the measurement of angle B is 110 degree. So one angle is obtuse angle, so we will say that this is obtuse triangle. Okay, if all the sides are acute angle, so we will say that it is an acute triangle. If one angle is 90 degree, so we will say that this is a right triangle. If one angle is an obtuse angle, so we will say that that is the obtuse triangle. Okay, now this for the classification of triangle with respect to angles. Now we are move on to the next one. Classification of triangle according to sides. Okay, now we are going to classify triangle according to the given sides. Okay, so the first classification of triangle is scalene triangle. Okay, now what is scalene triangle? A triangle having no sides. Okay, now we are going to classify it with respect to the sides. Okay, a triangle having no sides congruent. Congruent means what? Congruent means same. Okay, congruent means same. So any triangle that has no side equal or same, so that will be called a scalene triangle. Just suppose, look at this one. Okay, now we are going to classify it with respect to the measurement of the side and not with respect to the angle. Okay, so as you can see, the measurement of this side is 12 centimeter, the measurement of this side is 14 centimeter, and the measurement of side CA and is 6 centimeter. So as you can see here, all the measurements are different, so you will see that this is a scalene triangle. So what is a scalene triangle? Whose sides measurements are different, means all the sides are different, so we will say that it's a scalene triangle. Next one is isosceles triangle. Now for isosceles triangle, a triangle having two of its sides congruent. Okay, two of its side congruent means any two sides should be same, or you can say any two sides should be equal. Okay, equal or same or congruent, all the things are same. So a triangle having two of its sides equal, it is called an isosceles triangle. Just suppose, as you can see in this picture, this is an isosceles triangle. Why isosceles triangle? The measurement of side QP is 5 centimeter. The measurement of side PR is 5 centimeter. So both the sides measurements are same, and the measurement of QR is 6 centimeter. So the measurement of one side is different here, but two sides are same. So you will say that this is an isosceles triangle. So if two sides are equal, so we will say that the given triangle is isosceles triangle. Okay, and the last one is equilateral triangle. Okay, equi means equal, and lateral means sides. Okay, lateral means side. So equal side, equilateral means all the sides should be equal. Okay, a triangle, any triangle having all the three sides congruent. Any triangle having all the three sides congruent. Congruence means again same, means all sides should be equal. So that type of triangle is called an equilateral triangle. Okay, an equilateral triangle is also an equiangular triangle. Now, what does it mean by equiangular? Now, first of all, I'm going to show you what is an equilateral triangle or how it looks like. This is an equilateral triangle. If the measurement of this side is 5 centimeter, so the measurement of this side is also of 5 centimeter, and the measurement of this side is also of 5 centimeter. So with respect to size, all the sides are equal. So we will say that it is an equilateral triangle. But if you have any equilateral triangle, so it is also an equiangular. Now, equi means equal, okay, and angular means angle. Means if you have any equilateral triangle, so it means their angles is also equal. Means if your angle A is 60 degree, so angle B is also of 60 degree, and angle C is also of 60 degree. So you will say that angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle B. So if we talk about any equilateral triangle, so their sides as well as their angles are also equal. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Equilateral and equiangular means in angles will also same. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Now move on to the next topic, and obviously that is a very new topic for all of you. What was that? What is that topic? Quadrilaterals. Okay, quadrilateral means what? Quad means what? सबसे पहले quad. Quad means four. Okay, quad means four, and lateral means again sides. So how many sides will be here? Four sides. Okay, chord means four and lateral means four sides. So what is a quadrilateral? A figure, if you have any figure that is bounded by four straight lines. Okay, if you have any figure that is bounded by four straight lines, that figure is called as quadrilateral. Okay, if we talk about triangle, in triangle you have three sides, and in quadrilateral you have four sides. Okay, how many sides in quadrilateral? Four sides. Okay, it is denoted by quad. Okay, what you will write, just suppose if you remember in triangle, the for the representation of triangle we will draw the small symbol of triangle. Okay, but if we donate the quad, so we will simply write quad A B C D. Now what is quadrilateral? Let's consider this figure. Okay, this is a figure in which you may have four sides. This is your side number one, this is your side number two, side number three, and side number four, and this figure is bounded by four sides. Okay, so you will say that this is a quadrilateral because here you have four sides, and this will be point A, this will be point B, this will be point C, and this will be point D. So this is a quadrilateral, that is A, B, C, and D. Okay, the question arises is here is that, is this only a quadrilateral, or you can say any figure that is bounded by four straight lines? So the answer is yes. As you can see here, all the shapes means how many shapes are here? One, two, three, four, five, six, and all the shapes have four sides. This is side one, side two, side three, side four, side one, side two, side three, side four, side one, side two, side three, side four. Means as you can see, shapes of each figure is different, but all of these figures are bounded by four straight lines. So we will say that these all are quadrilaterals. Okay, shape can be different. Okay, shapes can be different, but sides should be same. Means if you have four sides, so you will say that it is a quadrilateral. Shapes can be different, means it can be of any shape. As you can see, this is your triangle, this is sorry, this is a rectangle, this is a square, this is something else. So if you have any figure that is bounded by four straight lines, so you will simply say that it is a quadrilateral. Okay, irrespective of the shape. Is it clear? First of all, please tell me, is it clear that what is a quadrilateral? Any figure that is bounded by four straight lines, and it could be of any shape. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic. Now, quadrilateral. Now, what is quadrilateral? Now we are going to check out the sides and angles of quadrilateral. So let's consider this figure. This is a quadrilateral. Why it is a quadrilateral? Because it is bounded by four straight lines. Now, first of all, this is point A, this is point B, this is point C, and this is point D. So how many points are here? 4 points. Okay, now let's check it out. Number one, that is vertices. Okay, now what is vertices? The common points of the line. What is vertex? The common points of the line segments are called vertexes. Now, this is called vertex A, this is vertex B, this is vertex C, and this is vertex C. Means these are two lines that are joining here on this point. Okay, these two line segments are joining on this point. This line segment is joining on this point, and this line segment is joining on this point. So what you will say that these are the vertex of quadrilateral. So how many vertex are there in a quadrilateral? Four vertex. This is vertex number one, this is vertex number two, this is vertex number three, and the last one is this one, that is vertex number four. Okay, so how many vertices are there? Four vertices. Now the opposite sides. What will be the opposite sides of quadrilateral? What will be the opposite sides? Can anyone tell me? In this, what will be the opposite side? What you will say that AB is opposite to side AB. Okay, this is your side AB. Okay, and the opposite side of AB is this CD. Opposite side of, no beta, there is no steps of construction. Okay, so this is the side AB. Okay, this is side AB, that is equals to side CD. So these are the opposite sides of a quadrilateral. And another pair of opposite sides in a quadrilateral is AD is opposite to side BC. What is AD side? This is your side AD, and the opposite side of AD is this CB. Okay, so there are two opposite sides of a quadrilateral. This side AB and this side CD are opposite, and then this side AD and this side CB are also opposite. So there are two opposite sides, two pair of opposite sides in a quadrilateral. Now the last one is the adjacent sides. Now the question is, what does it mean by adjacent? Adjacent means something that is side by side, means कि जो बिल्कुल बराबर में हो. So how many adjacent sides of a quadrilateral are here? Can anyone tell me? Two opposite sides of a quadrilateral, not two sides. Okay, two opposite sides of a quadrilateral are called opposite sides. Okay, now adjacent sides. What will be the adjacent sides? Now look at here. AB is adjacent to BC. Now, which is one AB? This AB. Okay. Now, this is AB. 1 minute. Now, this is AB. Okay, this is AB, and this AB is basically adjacent to BC. So these two are the adjacent side, mean the side AB is adjacent to side BC. Similarly, you will say that side BC is adjacent to side CD. Now, which is your side BC? This is your side BC, and this is adjacent to side CD. Okay, so BC is adjacent to CD. Similarly, this CD is adjacent to DA, just like this. Means this is CD, side CD, and side CD is adjacent to side DA. The adjacent side of CD is CDA. Okay, and similarly, you will say that this DA is adjacent to the side AB, this AB. Okay, this is DA and it is adjacent to AB. So how many adjacent sides are there? Four pair of adjacent. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So opposite sides are 2 and adjacent sides are 4. AB is adjacent to BC. This BC is adjacent to CD. This CD is adjacent to DA, and this DA is adjacent to AB. Okay. Now move on to the next one. Again, this is a quadrilateral, and again, what you have in this quadrilateral, now we are going to check out the angles of a quadrilateral. Okay, what will be the opposite angles of a quadrilateral? Now look at here. What will be the opposite angles? Angle A and angle C. Angle A and angle C are opposite angles. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles. Now my question is, which one is angle A? Now as you can see here, this is your angle A. Okay, this is your angle A, and the opposite angle, okay, opposite angle of this angle A will be angle C. So what will be the opposite angle? This one. Okay, this one, this is your angle C. So you will say that this angle A and angle C are opposite to each other. Okay, then angle B, okay, angle B and angle D are opposite angles. How? This is your angle B. Okay, this is your angle B, and the opposite angle of angle B is this one, that is angle D. So how many pair of opposite angles are here? Two. This is angle A and angle C, angle B and angle D. Okay, these are the opposite angles. Now we will check out what will be the adjacent angles of a quadrilateral, and you know what will be the adjacent angles that are adjacent to each other, जो कि एक दूसरे के बराबर में होंगे. So what will be the adjacent angles? Angle A and angle B. Now this is angle A and this is angle B, जो कि एक दूसरे के क्या है, बराबर में. So you will see that angle A and angle B are adjacent angles. Similarly, this angle B and angle C, this is angle C. So angle B and angle C are adjacent angles. Then you will say angle C and angle D are adjacent, and angle D and angle A are also adjacent. So how many adjacent angles are there? Number one, angle A and angle B. Number two, angle B and angle C. Number three, angle C and angle D. And the last one is angle D and angle A. Angle A and B is adjacent, angle B and angle C is adjacent, angle C is and angle D is adjacent, and angle D and angle A is adjacent angle. Okay. So two pair of opposite angles and four pair of adjacent angles are there in a quadrilateral. Now the next one is the last one, again for quadrilaterals. Now we are talking about the diagonal. Okay, what will be the diagonal? Let's consider a quadrilateral again. Okay, let's consider this quadrilateral again. So what will be the diagonal? The line segment. If you have any line segment joining the opposite vertices of a quadrilateral, it is called a diagonal. Now, what you will have a line segment. That line segment will join the opposite vertex of a quadrilaterals. Let's check it out, this one. Okay, this is a line segment, and this line segment is joining the opposite vertex. This is vertex A and this is vertex C. Okay, these are the opposite vertex, and this line segment is joining the opposite vertex of a quadrilateral. So we will say that this line segment is basically a diagonal. ये आपके पास क्या कहलाएगा? Diagonal कहलाएगा. Similarly, you can make another diagonal here just like this. Means this is another line segment that will join these two vertices, that is vertex B and vertex D. Okay, so you will see that this is another diagonal. So in a quadrilateral there are two diagonals. Okay, so AB, AC. Okay, AC, this AC, A and C, and then this B and D. So this AC and BC, BD are the diagonals of chord AB. Chord means quadrilateral. So these are the diagonals of quadrilateral ABCD. Which is quadrilateral ABCD? This one, A, B, C, and D. Okay, so this is the end of the lecture. Before ending my lecture, I want all of you to open your books and mark all the important points in your book. First of all, open chapter number 12 on page number 167. Okay, this is your page number 167 of math book. So open this book and kindly highlight these important points in your book, everyone. And when you have done, please tell me. Open your books. Okay, open your book, chapter number 12, triangles and quadrilaterals, page number 166. On page number 166, you have the definition of triangle. Okay, highlight or underline these points. This is the figure of a triangle. And you have learned here that the sum of the measure of the three angles of triangle is always equals to 180. Okay, then classification of triangle according to angles. Okay, according to angles, acute triangle, right triangle, these are the definitions. Okay, now move on to page number 168. Page number 168, obtuse triangle. Kindly highlight this one, obtuse triangle. Now here you have the figure of acute triangle, right triangle, obtuse triangle. Then the classification of triangle according to size. Number one is scalene triangle, number two is isosceles triangle, and the last one is equilateral triangle. And these are the definitions, and these are the figure of the given triangle. Okay, now the last page, that is page number 169. And on page number 169, what you have the definition of quadrilateral. This is the complete definition of quadrilateral, or as you can see, this is the symbol of quadrilateral, or you can represent quadrilateral with this symbol, or simply you will write quad. Okay, okay, Iman, 1 minute. Okay, these are the vertex, these are the sides, opposite sides, adjacent side, everything. Now which one? This one. Those students who are asking about page number 167, kindly check it again because time is running out and we have a question answer session as well. Okay, now this is your question answer session time, so fill in the blanks. A triangle with one angle of 90 degree is called dash. A triangle with one angle of 90 degree is called dash. Very good. Right angle triangle. Very good. Alina, Hania. Okay, thank you. Now move on to the next one. A figure bounded by four straight lines is called dash. Okay, please give me 1 minute. I'm going to take the attendance. Then I'm going to move back to the question answer session again. Just give me a minute. Okay. A figure bounded by four straight lines is called dash. Very good. Very good. Now the next is the sum of the measures of three angles of a triangle is always equals to dash. The sum of the measure of the three angles of a triangle is always equals to dash. Hmm? Very good. 180 degree. Very good. Now the next is a triangle having all the three sides congruent is called dash. Triangle. A triangle having all the three sides congruent is called dash. A triangle having all the three sides congruent is called dash. Very good. Equilateral triangle. That's good. Okay. A figure bounded by three straight lines is called dash. A figure bounded by three straight lines is called dash. Very good, Omar, Abdullah, Alina. Very good. Yusera, Iman, Alina. Very good. Three straight lines, so it will be a straight. It will be a triangle. Now the next one is a triangle has dash angles. How many angles are there in a triangle? How many angles are there in a triangle? Very good. Omar, Pariza, Iman, Yusera, Iman, Aiza, all of you are giving the right answer. Now the next is a triangle having no sides congruent is called dash. 1 minute. A triangle having no sides congruent is called dash. Very good. Scaline, Varda, Aiza, Yusera, Umar. No, Umar, your answer is not right. Zen, you are right. Rania, you are right. Iman, you are right. Abbas, you are right. Okay, Varda, Alina. So the answer is scalene triangle. Okay, a triangle having no sides congruent is called scalene triangle. Okay, now students, if you have any question, if you want to ask anything, so please ask. And I'm repeating again, on Monday, from Monday your monthly tests are going to be started, and your monthly test for math is on Tuesday. So please prepare. Okay, you are not going to ask any question. Okay, it's up to you. So then I would like to say thank you so much. I'm repeating again. Please prepare exercise number 11.5 complete. Question number 1, fill in the blank. Question number 2, complementary, supplementary angles. And you should know how to add or subtract the algebraic expression. You should know what are additive inverse, everything you should know. Okay. And when you are coming on Monday, so you should have algebra and geometry copies both. Okay, do not forget to bring algebra and geometry copies. Okay, Rania, thank you so much. No, beta, today is no assignment. Okay, I'm not going to post any assignment today. Clear? Is it clear? Allah Hafiz.